That's really cool. And that's the monument way over there. So we'll have to go check that out. Hey guys, we are at the Wright Brothers Visitor Center today. Right. Here is the actual monument stuff. So it's got the Wright Brothers National Monument. Wind, Sand, and Dreams of Flight brought Wilbur and Orville Wright to Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Here, after 4 years of experimentation, they achieved the first successful controlled airplane flight. And then it shows the different areas.
Does anybody here have any superpowers that they wish? Oh, yes. Oh, I like it. You just quickly. Yes. What is your superpower?
Well, I can't run fast.
Oh my God! Flash!
Hi.
I love you!
Thank you. You seem very nice.
Oh my God!
So this is where they stayed?
Oh,
Wow.
you see
They
the
got a
cup?
furnace, heater.
Yeah, they got apples. Look, they got apples.
Yeah, you think those are almost 200 years old?
Yeah, and in the past,
It looks
they
like they
didn't
slept
have
up there,
TVs.
and they worked back there.
Yeah, but in the past, they didn't have TVs.
No, they didn't have TVs. That's
Yeah.
probably why they were a little smarter.
Yeah. So it made TV for TVs.
Home away from home.
Yeah, when they got here in the fall of 1900, they brought this glider with them. This one here is 17 feet wide for the wingspan. See it closer. And they tried to fly it, but unfortunately, this glider, it did not give them enough lift to get off the ground because it could not support the weight of a person. But they did get a child, the nephew of the postmaster. He got to fly it, so they used a little kid as the guinea pig. So I was like, I mean, that could be fun, right? Where's my little kid? You want to fly this?
I will buy it.
Thank you. Somebody's going to have fun on this. And this is the 1901 glider. This one now is 22 feet wide for the wingspan. You see Orville standing right here next to it. See how much bigger it got. And they would try to fly it off the hill behind me. But unfortunately, this glider kept crashing all the time. I had no control whatsoever. It just kept spiraling out of control. So it was a very tough year for the brothers. So Smart Brothers, they said, we're gonna redesign our glider for the next year. They changed the curvature of the wings, and they're gonna come back again here in 1902, but not in the summer. They decided we're gonna come back in the fall. Very smart of them. And they came back with this 1902 glider, and they also added a movable rudder to the rear of the glider. Now this one now is 32 feet wide. So you see it's getting bigger, more prettier. Look at this. This is the beauty. Who wants to fly this one?
Me.
Yes. Who wants to help me build it?
Me.
You? Okay, I'll be waiting for you. They asked their bike mechanic, Charlie Taylor, can you build us this engine? And at first I could imagine he's like, what? I don't know how to do this, but Charlie got to work and he actually built them an engine that is actually lighter than the 200 pounds. It even came out to 170. And instead of 8 horsepower, he gave them 12. So even more powerful than what they needed. And it's a 4-cylinder gas-powered engine. So like, all right, we got a great engine. Now we need propellers for thrust. Where are we gonna get propellers? There's no plane yet. So we can't use ship propellers. That's a whole totally different world. So Smart Brothers, again, went back to their wind tunnel, started testing out different designs. And Wilbur came up with his own design, hand-carved them, and we have a piece of the propellers inside the flight room, if you want to see it. These propellers came out so well made that they are about 5% less efficient than propellers that are used today. That's how incredible the work that they did. These guys were geniuses, and they never even graduated from college. They never went to college. And that's why genius is also written at the top of the monument up there. The incredible work. So now they were like, well, we figured out all of it. We have the perfect ingredients now to our perfect flyer. Because now that you're adding an engine and propellers, it's no longer a glider, now it is a flyer. So I said, again, we're gonna come out here, 1903, to test out our flyer.
Oh, now we're gonna go to the boulder.
Of 1903. Now, they had promised their family, we will be home for Christmas no matter what. And now it was December 14th. Now, on that day, the winds were about 5 miles per hour. They were like, you know what, we're going to still try to fly. But we're going to put this rail on the hill, kind of like on an incline. And we're going to see if that's going to help us to take off. But first, you need to decide who will be the first on this historic flight. So how do you decide? Flip a coin. You guys are smart. Yeah, flip the coin. Yeah, they did. Who do you think won? You have a 50-50 chance. Thank you. Yes, Wilbur won. Wilbur won the coin toss. Hey, he's the older brother. He probably is like, I deserve this. This is really my passion for you. So yeah, Wilbur won the coin toss. So imagine they took the flyer up on that hill, put it on the rail on a slant there, and Wilbur goes to take off. Unfortunately, he oversteered it, the plane stalled, and he ended up crashing. So not good. The good thing was, it wasn't too badly broken, that they just took a couple of days to fix it. So then, it was December 17th of 1903. On that day, it was 32 degrees out. The winds were coming from the north, 25 to 27 mile an hour winds from the north. It's pretty cold and freezing. And they were like, well, we're not going to try to fly up on the hill anymore. We're going to try to do it here on level ground. Now this flyer weighs about 605 pounds. And they're very skinny guys here. So they, you know, to help them move the flyer around, they would raise the flag up. And that would let the locals know that the crazy guys on the beach, they need some help to move the flyer. So that morning, they raised the flag up, and 5 people came out to help them. There were 3 from the local life-saving station, which is what the Coast Guard is today. There was a businessman walking around looking at a shipwreck, and a teenager who decided, I'm going to school today, I'm going to hang out on the beach and see what they're doing. Don't stay in school, okay? Stay in school. Okay. Now, out of those 3 lifesavers, one of them, John T. Daniels, they asked him, hey, listen, if you see anything exciting happening around here, just press the bulb to our camera. That's going to take a photo. And around this mark over here, a nice gust of wind comes along, and all of a sudden, picks him up. And he's in the air, and he's flying. He's going up and down like this, no more than 10 feet off the ground. And Orville lands at marker number 1. Orville has just flown 120 feet, 12 seconds. 12 seconds. But
Those are the
12
markers
seconds,
down there.
Everything on our planet
1, 2, 3. That's what we saw coming in.
because he made that first powered, controlled, heavier than air flight. I can see them, everybody celebrating, like, oh my God, we've done it, we've done it. But then I could probably imagine Wilbur being like, hey, now it's my turn. We're brothers here, we gotta take turns. Of course, they were really close brothers, so yeah, they want to compete in this. Well, again, they bring out the flyer here to the starting point. Now Wilbur gets on. Again, Wilbur starts taking off, again, flies up and down like this. Wilbur lands at marker number 2. He goes 12 seconds also, but he goes 175 feet. Like, yes, I beat my little brother. Perfect. And again, they're like, all right, let's do it again. Bring it back to the starting point. Now, who's going to get on? Okay, making sure everybody's following. Again, Orville takes off. This time though, he lands at marker 3. And he goes 15 seconds and he goes 200 feet. He's better and better with each try. And again, bring it back, and now who gets off? That's right, Wilbur. And probably Wilbur, like I said, being the older brother, probably wants to show off a little bit. Well, when Wilbur takes off, this time he goes all the way past all these markers here. Marker number 4, right before the tree line.
Way back there.
Wilbur has just flown 852 feet in 59 seconds. Almost a minute here. Can you imagine how incredible that must have felt for Wilbur? John T.
Awesome.
Daniels captured that moment when Orville took off for the first flight, the 12-second, 120 feet flight, with Wilbur running alongside of him here, probably wishing if he hadn't crashed on December 14th, it could have been him on this very important, iconic photo right here. I'll show it to you closer so you can see it.
Ooh.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Right? Look at this. Look at that picture. Is that you flying?
Yep. So what do you think so far?
Very good.
All right, now we're gonna climb this hill to go up to the monument. All right, let's go on the adventure. All right, we made it to the top. This gorgeous monument. Whew. It really wasn't too bad, but sitting around eating donuts and drinking coffee all day. I'm getting in too much shape. This is gorgeous. Views up here are amazing. This is a mock-up of the actual plane we flew. Pretty awesome. And they have these little placards. They say like problems with the lift.